story you're about to hear is true. None of the names have been changed because everyone's guilty. My name's Sunday. My parents liked ice cream. This is the city. It's actually a forest, but what's a forest if not a city for woodland creatures? Work with me here, I'm just the narrator. It was Tuesday, or Thursday, pretty sure. It felt like one of those teen-name days, middle of the week, but not the middle. There was gunfire occurring in the rat-infested Lower East Side, which was expected. The Lower East Side had always been a cesspool of crime overrun with rats. But the reports of a giant rat shooting up the Lower East Side were not expected. Such events had become so mundane that no one bothered reporting it anymore. What made this case different? Caitlin knew she had to find out. Caitlin was the new sheriff in town, the last in a long line of lawmen stretching back weeks. Dying in the line of duty was seen as a rite of passage for the sheriffs of the Pine Tree City, and Caitlin was looking to make her mark investigating this report. Graves was her partner in this case. He seemed to have a vested interest in solving it. He had stepped out of the room when someone sounding exactly like Graves called out on the disturbance in the first place. He must have been angry at himself for missing out on hearing his vocal twin. There he was, standing suspiciously in the very same spot the caller had said. Twitch. He'd have answers, but it wouldn't be easy to pry them from him. He was low-life criminal scum, but he was no rat. Oh wait, he was a rat. Man, getting answers out of this guy would be easy, but Caitlin and Graves would still have to catch him first. The chase was on through twists and turns of the arboreal backstreets. Caitlin and Graves waited for Twitch to trip up, but that wasn't likely. Twitch knew this place like his own hand, and they dated for 3 years before tying the knot. Now that his shoelaces were no longer loose, Twitch's gait was steady as the rain of the plains in Spain, during monsoon season. But he did eventually hit a dead end. Twitch had endured years of maze-running experiments, but he was a very slow learner. Caitlin and Graves had him outgunned, and he had nowhere left to turn. The only path available was to his right. Caitlin and Graves had Twitch surrounded, sort of. At the very least, they had him convinced he was surrounded, which was just as good. But before Caitlin could rattle off Twitch's Mirandas, she received a concussive shot to the, well, pretty much everything. It had been the same with all the previous lawmen. Who was shooting all the sheriffs? It was a secret they'd all take to their graves.